This video provides an overview of dynamic web pages and how they can be used to put a business application up onto the web and be used quite quickly. This is my homepage, paulbretherick.co.uk, and if you'd like to give Dynamic Web Pages a try, then just click on the link, give Dynamic Web Pages a try. Alternatively, you can go straight in at demo.dynamicwebpages.co.uk. When a business application, you're looking at putting a business application up onto the web, the main start point is the design of the background database. In that I've created these routines so they actually have three separate areas: the database in the background, the business functionality in terms of what you need to do with the information, and also the style that it appears to the user on screen. So you can start a design with either a data model such as this, or you could start with a table definition such as this, or you can actually build it directly on a MySQL database, or indeed any of those database tools. Once you've got the database in place, then all these pages are created dynamically. So there are no, each page as I navigate around this is created on the fly, as it were. So there isn't a web page called contact details, there isn't a web page called properties. By selecting these menu options, it goes to the database, finds the right relevant table and paints all this dynamically. So for a business application, this is maintaining properties in a letting business. You would need to insert data, you need to edit existing data, you need to be able to delete data, you will need to be able to view data. And this functionality is all driven dynamically. So if you maintain landlords, the insert, the edit, etc. is all driven by the same routine. So that gives you the opportunity to add new functionality very quickly. So in addition to the normal insert, amend, delete, enquire, you can filter and look for particular properties in particular areas, for instance, using a postcode selection, or you can look at only the current properties, for instance. So all these filtering capabilities are there. You can sequence these, so you can sort in ascending sequence or descending sequence. You can sort in combinations of these. So if you wanted to look for gas safety checks in June, simply putting part of the date in. This shows you all the gas safety checks that are due in June. So you've immediately got a lot of functionality, and all this style of functionality is available on all these different combinations, tenants, landlords, etc. But the other thing that you can do is tie data together. So when you've got a property and you select a property, then the other things that you might need to know about your property, of course, in addition to the property details, are the contact details of the owner of the property. So this is from tenants to contact details, but if you went from a property, if we select a property, then the property, you could link to landlords. That's the landlord of the property. You can then link to the tenants, the action required, rent required, etc. So you can piece all this functionality together. So that gives you an oversight of the functional bits that become immediately available once you've got the database in place in the background. But if you don't like the particular style, then these are all configurable, so you can flip between one style of screen and another, and it gives you exactly the same functions, exactly the same functionality. And the other thing about tying data together is that if you were to add a new landlord, for instance, then when you add a new landlord, first of all you need to add the property. It gives you an automatic drop down list of the property that's available. and you obviously need to be able to have all the contact details of the people you work with, so it gives you an immediate drop down list, and these are all dynamically created off these other data tables. And as I say, if you didn't like that style, you can go for a different one. So you can change the styles, you can change any fonts, colours, you can also produce reports. So for instance, if you want to do a report on a particular property, you can select a property, which immediately has got all the insert amend capabilities, but if you flip this into a printer friendly type style, then you can remove all the insert, edit, inquire type functions, and you've got a report that you can use the normal print facility off a browser to send to your landlord or whoever requires it. So it's all immediately available to you. The other thing you can do is, if you prefer a nice pretty background, this is the Menai Straits off Anglesey, so you can put the Menai Straits, or indeed any picture you like, as a backdrop as you navigate around these various screens and edits. If you want it larger, you can have it larger. If you want it smaller, you can have it smaller. All this functionality is just part and parcel of it. So if you'd like to find out a bit more about dynamic web pages and how you can get a business application up onto the web, or talk about database designs, or how you would fill it in into your own existing web page designs, these are my contact details, paulbretherick.co.uk. Then just give me a ring or drop me a line, and I'll come back to you as soon as I can. Thanks for your time.